We just bought 2 new freezers. He's taking the old freezer out.
Hold on, that's all right.
Bucket. Carrots freezer.
Oh, I need that strap right there.
There you go.
All right, stay right there.
Okay. Work harder, not harder. Alright, strapped in now.
Now I don't have to go that far.
That's right.
I only got to lift that down about 2 feet, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Man, this tractor's really paying off.
It's a lot easier to move stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't be bad.
You know, the other day I forgot to tell you the 225 pounds of tomatoes that we pulled. We actually used the bucket and drove it right to the back door.
It was a lot easier.
And unloaded that way. So that way it was a lot easier rather than carrying it from the farthest part of the yard to the back door. So it was kind of nice. Paige and her friend helped load it up, and then we unloaded it in the kitchen. So it was kind of cool. I forgot to add that. My bad.
That's all right.
I don't even think my parents know they're getting their freezer back yet.
Well, they're going to find out in a little while.
I'm going to text them.
Yeah. That was definitely much easier.
This man is so smart.
I'm trying to get this up here by myself, by hand. Now I'm just got to get this apart, strap it through the truck, and we're done.
I'll show you guys the freezers we bought. Hang on. Okay, we bought 2 freezers. We bought a, it's a Hot Point. I know it's not like a great brand, but it's a freezer, and they were a really good price. So we have one in our bedroom, and then we have one in the spare bedroom where we just took that freezer out. We have, I gotta stop saying, but they're pretty deep. A lot of this is Polish sausage and vegetables and stuff from, actually last year we vacuum sealed like carrots from last year. But I mean, they're still good, you know. Our chicken's in there, and a bunch of vegetables and stuff. But anyway, so we're gonna have one for vegetables, and then we're gonna have one for meat, because we just bought those meat birds. We still have chicken from the last batch, and we're looking to purchase a probably a quarter carcass from the local meat guy that I met. Hello everybody, welcome back to Blue Collar Homestead. Today we're going to be making ketchup in the Instant Pot. So we're going to start with your washed tomatoes, and then the recipe calls for 3 pounds. So we're just going to cut them. You don't have to cut them in any fashion, just half them, throw them in there. We don't want that one. I just like making sure they're okay. Alright, so this Instant Pot has about, I'm sorry. Let me do a shout out to my friends at Yogi Hollow. The live last week with Lisa, Alicia, Aaron. It was fun. Anyways, and if you guys are missing Yogi Hollow's lives, you don't want to. So we have our 3 pounds of tomatoes cut in here, and then the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup. You pour it in there. Probably should have put that in first, but I don't think it's a huge deal. Close the Instant Pot, make sure it's on seal. And then we're gonna come here to manual for, it says 10 minutes, but I like to go extra because, you know, go big or go home, right? So I have it set for 12 minutes. It's all sealed, it's ready to go, and we'll be back when that's finished. All right, it's done. I'm going to open the vent, I guess. I let it naturally vent for 10 minutes first after it's done. So now I'm just going to release the rest of the pressure in there. And then after that, we're going to blend it. And then...
That's so funny.
I hate you. Send it through the fine mesh strainer so we can get rid of the seeds and the skin and all that stuff. So let this finish venting, and then we'll show you the rest. Okay, it's vented. So you can see it cooked down quite a bit. All right, I don't have a handheld blender, stick blender, so we're going to use our famous bartender blender. I think that's what it is. So we're going to, whoopsie, grab everything here. I try not to sling things around like my husband does. Ha. All right, I'm gonna start this out on low, so don't stop making faces at me. Stop it. Let's see if I can keep that on the bowl.
Ooh, yummy.
Looks like tomato soup, really. All right, we're gonna get through this whole pot and then we'll be back. Okay, I'm done blending and straining and all that stuff. So now it's time to put everything back in here. And then we are going to put it on saute, normal, for 30 minutes. I think, because I tried this yesterday, I think I'm going to do this at least 3 times to thicken it. Ours turned out pretty good, but thickness and consistency, like Heinz or Hunt's, I think it needed to go a little longer. So this is where we add in the vinegar and the sugar. I forgot something too, but that's okay. So this is 1/3 cup vinegar. I'm going to do a little extra. Are you snapping at the dog?
Yeah, he won't shut his trap.
Okay, I'm going to do a little more than 1/3 cup just because we kind of like it vinegary. And the sugar we're going to add in now. I'm going to do 1/4 cup, I think, maybe just under. And then I adjust it as I go, tasting it. If I like the taste, then I stop. If I think it needs more sugar, then I'll add, you know, same with all of them, salt. I did do, hang on, some, I'll edit this part out too.
No, you don't have to.
Well, now that people are going to know that I'm supposed to edit this part out.
Well, that's all the more reason to leave it in.
Why? So people can laugh at me?
They're not going to laugh at you.
Okay, I'm sorry. With me.
Okay.
All right. Add in a little bit of celery salt, just a little. I don't really like measuring stuff. I just, you know, my heart tells me what I like and what I don't like. So, onion powder. I don't want to overdo it. Now this is our garlic powder. We haven't opened it since we sealed it, but I think this recipe calls for Tim to open this jar for me.
Oh, okay. Here, hold on.
Let me let my dog out while you do that. Will you stop? Hi.
Hi.
All right. This is 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic. I'm going to do that for garlic because we like garlic. I accidentally got whole cloves. I meant to get crushed, like ground cloves. I wasn't paying attention when I placed the order. So anyways, I'm going to smash this up, the whole cloves, and put it in. I did it different yesterday, but anyways, for this it says stir occasionally. Don't stir constantly, stir occasionally. So this comes up to a boil pretty quick, but I let it go for about a half hour, and then I'll repeat the process minus all the ingredients. I'll just turn on the Instant Pot again. But I'm going to crush this up and put it in there, and we'll be back probably the next round. Now, like it's there now. When they come back, it's going to be even lower.
Okay.
Well, when we come back, not they. Hi. We are done with the first half-hour round on the saute setting, and look how much it's gone down already. It was like up to here, I think. So it's already gone down quite a bit, but you know, it needs to thicken up a little more, so we're going to send it for round 2. Only this time I didn't add the salt in yet, so we're doing the natural sea salt. And again, I'm just eyeing it. I forgot how much it called for, but it was way too much for us. I don't like a lot of salt, neither does my husband, so we're going to start with that. And then the next time around, after this next half hour, we're going to give it I'm going to let him taste test it, and then he can tell me if it needs more or if we're good. So, back to round 2.
Quick stir.
All right, everyone, we are done with the second round, and I am going to let the man test it.
No, this definitely got thickened up a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. Starting to look good. All right.
Smells good.
It does. It smells like ketchup. Mm-hmm. Of course, hot ketchup's not really my thing, but I'm gonna have to let this cool off for a second. It's kind of hot.
Don't be a wuss, just do it.
Oh yeah, with your natural sea salt. I got news for you. Salt's salt. Doesn't really matter where it came from. None of it's good for you anyway.
Actually, you need salt.
I think that's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing.
Really?
No. No, that's good.
Is it like yesterday or better?
I think it's actually a little better.
Really?
Yeah. So, if you run this a third time, it'll thicken up a little more, then I think you'll have it. I mean, of course, once you put it in the fridge and it gets cooled off,
Okay, let me see.
it's going to thicken up a little bit, but... I don't know, what do you think?
I'm trying to like...
Any kind of tomato-based anything, if you heat it up, it's going to get runny.
yeah,
you know?
but that's what I'm saying, like...
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it and then have it be like
Yeah,
a
I
stick
want
of
it to be like
butter.
a paste,
Yeah,
you know?
tomato paste. Well, we could try it like
no,
that.
we could do a half a time.
Yeah, maybe do another 15 minutes,
Okay.
and then we'll see where it's at, and then we'll stick it in some jars and can it, and see where it goes.
All right, well, I'm going to get the canner going, and we'll come back when we think it's right, so...
All right, cool.
All right, so this is done. It's pretty thick. We only let it go for about 10 more minutes. It was literally like splattering everywhere. So I shut it off because I think it's okay. So now I got the water bath canner ready to go. So, the recipe, any recipe that I looked up for ketchup, or for canning, doesn't say to add the citric acid, but I do anyways, just because preserving it. I don't know how long it's going to sit on the shelf. We did buy this from the, I guess, local Amish store.
Yeah, Yoder's over in Mackenzie. Was it Mackenzie? Yeah.
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 And I mean, I can't wait to go back there because like this bag, it was 2 pounds and it was only like $5. You know, like you can't go wrong. You know. So I put I don't know, what's 3/4 of a quarter? You're good with math.
3/4 of a quarter. You put me
Yeah,
on top
because
like that.
for a pint jar, it calls for 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid.
So just
This is a 3/4 of a pint. This isn't a full pint.
right.
So I just kind of 3/4 the quarter.
Ah, that's fine.
So
That's fine.
I don't know
Whatever.
what the measurement is for that. If anyone knows, let me know so I don't sound stupid next time. Anyway. All right, we're going to ladle this into the jar here. I mean, that's pretty thick. Look at that. I mean,
Well, I'll try and zoom in here and get you.
oh. Are you zooming in on the can?
Yeah.
Okay. Or the jar. And that's pretty thick. And it's still warm, so I think it's going to thicken up even more. You know?
It probably will when it cools off. It'll probably, thicken up, especially when you open it and put it in the fridge and it gets cold. There's a big debate on that too, to refrigerate the ketchup or not to refrigerate the ketchup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they need to be refrigerated, but I like my ketchup cold, so, so here I'm just getting the air bubbles out and then wiping off the rim. And then, where'd my bands go?
I don't know.
Clean lids, band, finger tight, and then I'm just going to place this in here for right now. Man, I can't wait to use this. Alright, so we got 1 jar in.
Let's see, how many jars do you think we're going to get? Just 2 out of this?
I don't, you know what, knowing my luck, it's going to be 2.5, and I don't...
Well, we already have some in the fridge from last time, right?
Yeah.
Or was that just a little bit?
It was a little bit, like...
Well, if you get
Here, this is what we have. And if I have enough left, I can put it in this little, it's like a salad dressing container for like
Yeah, that's fine.
lunches
We'll
and
just,
stuff.
yeah, just get the 2 full jars. If there's a little bit left, we'll stick it in there and put it in the fridge.
And it might work out that way, honestly, because this is, it's going to be more than that. More than that little salad dressing thing. Man, this looks so good.
Smells good.
Alright, so all that work for pretty much this. Which, honestly, I'm okay with. Because, how much do you really use ketchup, I mean, you get fries and you use it for that.
Well, you got to think, too, that when you use ketchup, I mean, normal people don't sit down and use an entire pint of ketchup in one meal,
I know people that do that.
Well, I said normal people.
They're not normal.
I know that.
Alright, so we got the 2 things in here. That lid's hot. Alright, we're going to put it down and then we process it for 15 minutes. Uh-oh.
Oh, careful.
Straighten out there, buddy.
Oh, don't tip it over now.
Ugh.
Come on,
Right,
yeah. Oh,
because I have this wonderful pot
Oh, yeah, we got a
filler
pot
that my
filler.
husband did. Ooh, that's
That makes things so much easier.
And it's actually hot water, so
Yeah, it's hot water.
you just want to cover it by a little, enough water to cover the jars. Alright, that should be good. Alright, it'll start boiling back here in any minute, so I'm just going to put the lid on to speed it up. Once it starts boiling, we can do it for 15 minutes, and then let it rest for 5 minutes in there after you turn the burner off and stuff, and then you can take it out. I let it rest so it doesn't like shell shock it and crack in mid-air on me, because that would not be fun. So,
Why is it every time we start recording, this dog starts whining to go out?
because he's good at it.
I guess so.
He's a big whiner.
Well, I think that pretty much concludes our ketchup video, doesn't it?
It does, and I'll put the recipe in the description below, and I know I didn't like measure out the celery salts and the salts and all that stuff, so I'll put an approximate of what I use, but really it's to taste. Everyone has different tastes. I did it to what we felt was right, so I'll go ahead and put that recipe in the description below, and I hope you enjoy it.
All right, look what Yogi Hollow Farm sent me. All right, Lisa, we're going to take this and we're going to stick it right here. And by the way, there will be payback for that little stunt you pulled. Calling us out on some kind of barbecue contest.
Yeah, we got to come up with something good. We might have to call reinforcements.
Yeah, we might have to, but I can't get this thing off. Yeah, well, the thing is, we're from the north, so I don't really do barbecue. I mean, yeah, grilling stuff, yeah, no big deal, but...
And we live in the South, but you gotta remember we came from Chicago, so
yeah,
our specialty is
there
Italian, like pasta and pizza.
Yeah, stuff like that. Vienna hot dogs. Let me make sure that's straight.
We gotta represent.
There you go.
Our friends at Yogi Hollow Farm. You should go check them out. I'll have their link in the description below. They're funny.
There we go.
Thanks, Lisa.